Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
Georgian Dream Prime Minister Irakli Kobakhidze stated that restoring the strategic partnership with the United States from a clean slate is the main foreign policy priority of Georgian Dream Party. In response to a question about the meeting between Georgian and Robin Danigan, Kobakhidze noted that it's not customary to disclose the content of closed-door meetings. However, both sides expressed interest in a substantial reset of US-Georgia relations. We have previously made several public statements expressing our desire to fully reset relations, start the strategic partnership from a clean slate, and do so with a concrete roadmap outlining specific tasks. Together, we should draft a plan that includes priorities important to both countries. This is how we envisage restoring the strategic partnership between Georgia and the USA. I believe there is a value-based alignment. You remember what we talked about over the past 3 years, and now the new US administration is practically echoing the same messages on almost every issue. This is alignment in views which is publicly evident. The reset will depend on the steps taken by both sides. From our side, there is full readiness, Kobakhidze said. The Georgian government is ready to regulate its relations with the United States. First and foremost, of course, the defeat of the deep state must happen, and we will immediately see this reflect in our country, said Kakha Kaladze, General Secretary of Georgian Dream and Mayor of Tbilisi, during conversation with journalists. According to him, the Georgian government is ready for friendship and hopes that Donald Trump will fulfill his promises regarding the defeat of the deep state. The Georgian government is ready to regulate relations. We are closely following processes that are happening. The newly elected President of the United States has directly declared war on the deep state, and his main task to defeat the deep state. We spoke about the global war parties long time ago, their interests and the fact that they had to deep roots in Georgia and other countries, and they have interests there. Therefore, the first thing that must happen is the defeat of deep state. We will see this immediately. Of course, will reflect on our country and our relations with the USA, Kaladze said. In January-February 2025, a total of 70,000 international transit trailers crossed Georgian borders, according to the report published by the Ministry of Finance. As of the document, Georgia received 25 million lari in revenues from transit services, as each trailer pays a road transit fee to obtain a permit to cross the country, the cost of which is 350 lari. Compared to the same period of 2024, the number of transit trailers as well as revenues from the transit services has decreased by 10%. In February 2025, Georgia's electricity generation declined by 16% year-on-year to 859 gigawatt-hour, according to the report published by TBC Capital. Thermal generation rose by 20.4% to 412 gigawatt-hour, while hydropower generation declined by 34.4% to 442 gigawatt-hour, and wind power generation decreased by 1% to 5.6 gigawatt-hour. Year-to-date, electricity generation decreased by 90% compared to the same period of the previous year, reaching 1,783 gigawatt-hour. In February 2025, Georgia consumed 1,204 gigawatt-hour of electricity, marking a 4.9% increase compared to the previous year. Retail consumption grew by 8.6% to 790 gigawatt-hour, while direct consumption declined by 9.6% to 212 gigawatt-hour. Consumption in Abkhazia rose by 8.6% to 273 gigawatt-hour year-on-year. In February 2025, the average weighted price of balancing electricity amounted to 5.96 US cents per kilowatt-hour, reflecting a negligible year-on-year increase of 0.8%. As for month-over-month prices, the price of balancing electricity increased by 3.1% in February. To cover the deficit, Georgia imported 388 gigawatt-hour of electricity in February 2025. In February 2025, Georgia spent a total of $11 million on imported electricity. The National Agency for Sustainable Land Management and Land Use Monitoring has launched the Land Information Systems Programming Works as a part of the Georgia's Resilient Agriculture, Irrigation and Land project. The data about the land and soil resources will be compiled into an information hub to improve land management policy. The system will provide services to farmers, business persons and state organizations. A global IT service company, RMSI, will ensure the elaboration of information system and its design. The agency chair, Georgian, hosted the contractor company's head to review the project scale, goals and terms. Representatives of Ministry of Environment, Protection and Agriculture and IT experts participated in the meeting. In February 2025, money transfers from the USA increased by 13.9% year-on-year, amounting to $47.3 million. According to money transfer statistics published today by the National Bank of Georgia, the maximum share of transfers comes from EU countries, accounting for 44%, corresponding to the $110.7 million. Among EU countries, Italy, Germany and Greece have notably high share in total money transfers. The National Bank reported a 44.7% decrease in money transfers from the Russian Federation in the February compared to the previous year. In February 2025, the volume of money transfers inflows to the nation was $252.3 million, 5.3% less than the previous year. Georgia transferred $28.7 million overseas in February 2024.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.